Hey everyone, welcome once again to Pathways of Hope. My name is Jake Tan and I'll be giving today's meditation. So we're looking at the Gospel of John here. The Gospel of John is really a powerful book. And we're looking at chapter 15. I think these are one of the passages that really highlight a teaching that's difficult, but at the same time, it shows more and more this commitment to really pursuing the Lord. I'll read it for us. This is John chapter 15 verses 18 to 21. It's not too long. If the world hates you, realize that it hated me first. If you belong to the world would love its own. But because you do not belong to the world, and I have chosen you out of the world hates you. Remember the word I spoke to you. No slave is greater than his master. If they persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they kept my word, they will also keep yours. And they will do all these things to you on account of my name, because they do not know the one who sent me. And I guess with this passage, it's easy to point out that there's Jesus following after him and the world. And the world, in his words, hates Jesus. And if the world hates Jesus and we're following after him, then the world hates us. The world hates those who follow after Christ. And why is that? I think it's a simple contrast with the way that Jesus' approach to life is, his ministry, the good news, and the world. If you look at how the world, when we use it, how it goes about, it's really like, okay, yeah, pursue riches, pursue fame, pursue status, pursue success. And these things are not wrong. They're not wrong. But at the same time, sometimes there are certain things we do, the means to pursue them. If this is really all that we're going for, the means sometimes can be wrong. It can be corrupted. Just like how all of creation was meant to be good. But then as sin entered, disobedience, not following after the Lord's instruction, when that crept in, corruption also came about with all of creation. So we abuse it to get to what we want. And in the same way, if we're pursuing all these things that, gratify us, then if it's an aspect, or if it's a matter of self-preservation, making sure all of this is intact so I can live a life that I want to live, then maybe it involves suddenly cutting corners or harming relationships or being unable to keep to integrity just to maintain all these things which gratify us. But at the end of the day are fleeting, they're transient, they don't last long. And yet, what is Jesus saying? It's pretty much summarized in something he said in the previous gospel. Whoever loses his life for his sake, for Jesus' sake, and the sake of the gospel will save it. And how do we end up saving our life by losing it? Well, really, just giving it to others. Where we say, or we're able to claim that, yeah, this life, it's not just about myself, or it's not primarily about myself. It's about how I can give away myself to other people. How I can be an instrument of service, of selflessness, of love ultimately. And for us as Christians, again, love is really just willing the good of the other. I've repeated that in reflections in the past, but that's what Jesus really advocates or is showing with his ministry. How can I best express this love? And Jesus shows us how to show that, how to really express that love, where he was just throughout his ministry giving of himself, not counting the cost, dying for our sins, dying for our sake, sacrificing himself. And as he says here, no servant is greater than their master. So if Jesus went through it, so shall all who follow after Christ. We die to the world, we die to ourselves. And in this sense, God has chosen us out of the world so we can emulate him, and so we can showcase the love that he has been sharing since his ministry, that his love is alive and it's something contagious and spreads throughout all life. Another thing to think about, the way of the world, if Jesus was in line with it, why didn't he come in the form of an established, well-renowned elite family? He could have been okay, maybe an heir to a kingdom, and then already, command or order his subjects around. No, he came in the form of a baby born into a simple household, son of a carpenter, eventually took on, showed some carpentry background as well himself, and just started really low-key, basically just among common folk, among everyday people. Why is that? Because I believe he wants to show that this love that he is showcasing, that he is really showing all the world to emulate, every person can do it. Every person can really practice selflessness of placing one another first before themselves and just emulate that love of God. So as I end this meditation time, this reflection, consider perhaps an area in our lives where we could work more on showing that selflessness, where we could work on, being hated by the world. In what sense? Maybe losing an income opportunity, or losing some time to be entertained, maybe by media or another activity. But we choose to do that with something else. Maybe in prayer, maybe with someone who needs a conversation, maybe with more family time, maybe with an outreach, maybe with a form of service, maybe with being able to help a coworker. Allow the Lord to give you insight. What's an area in your life that we need to die to a little bit more? Because Jesus himself was hated by the world and died for it. And in this way, we also join with the Lord in his sacrifice for ourselves, for us. And we emulate him. And I guess that's really a good way of following after the Master, of being able to express the same love that he has shown for all of us to emulate. So I think that's where I'd like to end this time of reflection. Thank you so much for journeying with us and being with us in Pathways of Hope. If you found this meditation helpful, you can share this with someone you think would like to hear it. You can follow the page, and God bless you as we continue to enjoy this Easter season.